What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Daniel's Sports Ledger, where I give sports betting tips, free picks, all kinds of different things. Today, we are going to talk about the difference between sharp money and public money. Okay. Also, I'm going to talk a little bit about the NFL, and I'm going to give out a free pick at the end of this. So before I get into sharp money and public money, the first thing I would like you guys to do is make sure that you stay till the end of this explanation so that you understand what I'm saying at the end, because what I'm going to tell you about sharp money and public money at the end of this is going to blow your mind. So let's talk about it. First off, let's talk about how we what it actually is, what people say sharp money is, the difference between. So I'm going to pull something here on the screen here. And so here's the idea, okay? The idea here is that you have 50% of the tickets on each side, okay? So, and then you have 50% of the money on the Bears and 43%. So the majority of the money, you have an even split on tickets, but the majority of the money is on the Bears +3 in this last game, okay? So the idea there is that the sharp money is on the Bears +3. Talk about this because it's not a great example. But this is a perfect example because you got 50-50 and most of the money on the Bears. So that's where the sharp money is, okay? Very simple to understand. Let me just now that you know what sharp money is, what they're talking about when they say sharp money and public money, I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about it. Okay, first of all, that was a primetime game. Sharps almost never bet primetime games. Okay, I know sharps. A lot of sharps had some money on that Titans game and lost money on the Titans. That was a rare example. I do know a couple sharps that had been on the Vikings. There's always a couple sharps on every game, but as a majority, sharps don't bet primetime games. Okay, but here's the difference between sharp money and public money. You ready for this? There is no difference. There is no difference. And let me tell you why. Because that's not how math works, okay? The thing is you don't know who's putting the money down on those tickets. A guy from Australia could have flown into Vegas, put $100,000 on the Bears because he likes the Bears. It's his favorite team. He knows nothing about football, okay? You don't know who's putting the money on the tickets. So if you can't quantify it, then you can't mathematically say it means anything. If you know sharps, then you can quantify it. You can say, okay, I know this guy. I know he's successful. I know what he's doing. So now I have this guy that I know and this guy that's a sharp and this guy that's a sharp. They all like this. Okay, that gives me a good idea of where I can go on this. I know one of the top sharps in the entire world. You know where he lives? He lives in Tampa Bay. I have a client in Tampa Bay. I'm not talking about him, but yeah. So I know one of the top sharps in the entire world lives in Tampa Bay. Puts hundreds of thousands of dollars down on every game, on the games that he bets. But the point is, there is no such thing because you can't quantify it. It's just not how math works. Unless you know who's doing it and you know their record, then you can quantify something because you know what their record is, you know who they are, you can gather some information from that. But just saying, okay, most of the money's on this team and most of the money's not on that team, okay, so what does that give you? What does that tell you? You can't quantify anything there. So it's just like the difference in the stock market. The difference between, and I sold stocks, so the difference between high risk, medium risk, and low risk in the stock market, guess what the difference is? Somebody's opinion behind a desk, a 22-year-old's opinion behind a desk. There is no difference between high risk and low risk. It's just, hey, this guy behind the desk says, oh, I think this stock is high risk and I think this one is low risk. It's just some dude's opinion. There is no difference. And one guy could have this opinion for high risk stock, and another guy could have that opinion for a high risk stock. So there is no difference. Same thing here. There's no difference because you can't quantify the numbers if you don't know who's actually betting on the game. Period. If you think otherwise, then you don't understand how math works. I'm sorry. You have the right to be wrong, but you're still wrong. Anyways, now let's talk a little bit about the NFL. I'm gonna try to make this quicker. AB, Antonio Brown came out. They came out with that thing. He had another incident before the Buccaneers signed him. I don't know why they're allowing. The guy obviously has so much brain damage. He's probably one hit away from death. I don't know why they're allowing this guy to play. It's ridiculous. The guy's. I mean, it's just scary, man. It's scary how out there he is. I mean, it's crazy. That's just a sad story there. Let's talk about the Dolphins here. Tua trash. I'm going to keep calling him Tua trash. I still don't think he's anything good. He had a total of 168 yards. He has 5 touchdowns, no picks. 3 of those touchdowns came from drives less than 40 yards. 3 of his touchdowns were for less than 5-yard passes. I mean, he hasn't shown anything. He hasn't done anything. The defense, special teams has carried him through all those games. He did have some impressive stuff in the Cardinals game. I'm not going to lie. But, you know, a lot of guys have some impressive stuff for a little while. And, you know, as soon as teams figure him out or do this or do that, I personally think he's a career backup out of the league in a few years. Everyone's on the Dolphins. All the media is telling you, go bet on the Dolphins. The Dolphins are great, blah, blah, blah. Don't bet on the Dolphins. Do not bet on the Dolphins, okay? Just fair warning. You know, you can come at me at the end of the season if I'm wrong, but I'm telling you right now, don't bet on the Dolphins, okay? And then Carson Wentz and the Eagles, man. It is time to put in my guy, Jalen Hurts, who I think is going to be a legit NFL player in this league. Carson Wentz, I don't know what's going on with that. He's complete garbage. The Eagles team has a lot of talent. They're actually one of the more talented teams in the league, but they're playing so below their talent. They've had some injuries too, but it's just embarrassing what happened with that Jets game or that Giants game. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the coach has lost his way after winning the Super Bowl. I don't know what's going on there. This is a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to talk more about sharp betting and stuff like that. But anyways, let's finish it off here. And let's give you guys your free pick here. It's going to be in the NFL this week. And it is going to be the Vikings minus 7.5. My computer likes them at minus 10. But I like them even a little bit more than that. I like them around, 12, 14 points probably. I can see them easily winning by 14, 17 points. So Vikings, that's my number one play this week. That's free for you guys. You can go to danielsportsledger.store. I do game write-ups. I do prop bets. I do, whatever it is. I have lots of options on there. danielsportsledger.store. I'll put the link in the bio here on or in the underneath, whatever it is. I'll put the link. And thank you guys for watching. I hope this information was informative. If you think I'm wrong, go ahead, write it in the comments. Tell me how stupid I am. Let me know. Let me just make sure there was no questions I missed. Okay, you guys are always welcome to ask questions on this. And thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. And as always, let's make some money. Let's have some fun doing it.